why your menopausal brain is fooling you. Well, it's not just your menopausal brain, it's just your brain full stop. Now, normally when I share this story, I don't use the term reticular activating system. I normally just talk about the capacity that your brain has to match patterns so that you can recall things and just draw on them whenever necessary. But just for the purpose of this video, the reticular activating system is what provides filters to all of the information that's coming in from all directions to your brain at any one time. Because the prefrontal cortex, your logical conscious brain, can actually, despite the myths around multitasking, only really focus on around 3 things at any one time, maybe a couple more, but basically around 3. And so if you can only focus on 3 things at one time, in order to focus, have clarity, to concentrate, to remember things, there's another part of your brain which is governed by this thing we call the reticular activating system, which filters and monitors all that other stuff coming in and just decides which bits you want and which bits don't you. So the primary aspect when we're in control is that we decide what the filters are. You think, really? How does that work then? Well, that's just in simple terms of, how do I want to live my life? What am I planning to do today? At work, at home, wherever. What is it that I've got in my mind that I'd like to buy, for example? So here's the perfect example of how that works, that you may, in the dim and distant parts of your mind, think, oh yeah, I think I did that on a training once. So let's say, we'll use the example, you decide, as I once did, that you want a red car. You like the colour red, you've always wanted a red car, you decide you're going to have a red car. And maybe a part of you thinks, oh, I don't see many red cars, I'd like a red car. They're all black and silver and white. And the minute you make that decision that you're going to get a red car, suddenly you're curiously aware of more red cars on the roads than you thought. Oh, how interesting. I never thought there were that many red cars. Now, all that's happened is that you sent an instruction to that part of your brain that does the filtering thing. I prefer not to use the technology jargon, if I'm honest, because that's how I am. I like that filtering thing. And you're saying to it, okay, I'm looking for a red car. And so it's going, what, this one, one like this, or one like that. And it keeps showing you versions of red cars. You've given it an unconscious instruction to help you filter down what it is you like. And so it's helpful in that way. It provides a bit of a shorthand, and it says, no, you don't want, oh, you're not interested in blue. Okay, I'll filter those out. Not interested in green. No, I'll filter those out. Silver out. So it helps you focus. So it's there to help you focus. But here's where it becomes really important. There's another aspect of it working that becomes pivotal if you're experiencing menopausal anxiety, because the override is always safety, keeping you safe, keeping you away from risky decisions, risky behavior, risky environments. And so it will be more alert to anything that it perceives as, hang on a minute, what's this? Have we done this before? Is this new? Is it safe? And it mostly does that in the background. It's fine, if you go into a new shop, for example, or a new office, a new job, that part of your brain is monitoring, just looking out for, have we been here before? What's this like? And it's drawing on what I call my patterns, the patterns that is laid down in the past and filed in some deep and distant, dusty part of your brain. So have we done this before? Is this like anything else? And most of the time, new job, new shop, it finds patterns that match. Go, oh, no, this is all right. We're safe here. It's fine. But it still prioritizes anything that's new. Is this new? Are we safe? And so when you get to that menopausal place, when the serotonin starts dropping off, and therefore you get more prone to negatively experience stress, to get slightly anxious, that's when you start to experience things like the brain fog and the loss of concentration and the forgetfulness. because this filtering reticular activating system stops filtering quite so much. So it's not really interested in you and your red cars anymore. It's going, oh, hang on a minute. I think we're not safe. We're not safe. We're not safe, because we've had a drop off in serotonin. Perfectly natural, but it's now triggering this part of your brain to more often fire up. Oh, no, you need to be careful here. You need to be careful here. And the difficulty with this part of the brain, whether it's working for us or against us, whether it's us saying I'm buying a red car, or our brain going, oh, you're not safe, the more we experience the similar kind of thing, the more powerful that pattern becomes. And the brain starts to lay down, this is where I get into neural pathways. It's always working on neural pathways, but it starts to lay down stronger neural pathways that relate to things going wrong, to negativity, to anxiety, to stress in an uncomfortable way. And it strengthens those. So the more we think it, the more we feel it, the more we trigger it, the more we strengthen those pathways. And so it's one of the ways in which we can get stuck in that menopausal anxiety space, and it can get worse and worse. It certainly won't get better unless we start to do something that will interrupt that pattern and says, no, it's fine, to retrain, if you like, that part of your brain to focus, the reticular activating system, saying, no, I'm now giving you an instruction. Calm down. I'm going to instruct you to focus on things I enjoy, things I want to do, what I want to be doing. Now, that's not a simple one-step process as on, off. I mean, it kind of is in your brain, but for you to retrain and create new neural pathways that take you where you want to go, which is either back to where you were, that's what you think, but actually could be a whole better place. So if you'd like perhaps a little more structured, a little slightly more technical explanation of that, then it's in a blog over at the Mental Wealth Factory. But other than that, I will record another video shortly on another little subject related to menopause and menopause anxiety. But for now, that's it. It's how your brain fools you during menopause and beyond. All right. I hope that's helpful. Take care, leave a comment, a thumbs up, a like, a share, whatever, and join us either over on Instagram or Facebook or somewhere else. Podcast Revelation. All right, take care. Have a brilliant rest of the day. Bye for now.